Have you ever had a conversation where you thought everything was fine, only to realize later that the other person completely misunderstood you? Misinterpretation is one of the sneakiest relationship killers out there. It can lead to unnecessary arguments, hurt feelings, and even broken connections. Whether it's with your partner, friends, or coworkers, misinterpretation can wreak havoc if left unchecked. Today, we're diving into 10 ways misinterpretation is ruining your relationships. These are the common communication pitfalls that can sabotage even the strongest bonds. But before we get started, if you're all about building healthier, stronger relationships, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Let's get into it. Here's what we'll cover. Assuming intentions. Thinking you know what someone meant without asking. Reading between the lines. Overanalyzing words and creating meaning that wasn't there. Tone misinterpretation. Taking a comment the wrong way because of how it was said. Ignoring context. Not considering the situation or mood someone is in. Projecting your feelings. Letting your emotions cloud your understanding. Focusing on the negative. Only hearing criticism, even when it's constructive. Assuming silence means agreement. Thinking no response equals approval. Overgeneralizing. Taking one comment and applying it to everything. Ignoring nonverbal cues. Missing body language or facial expressions that change the meaning. Q. Not clarifying. Failing to ask for clarification when something is unclear. Let's start with number 1. Assuming intentions. How often do you assume you know what someone meant without actually asking? For example, if your partner forgets to call, you might think, they don't care about me, when in reality, they were just busy. Assuming intentions can create unnecessary conflict. Instead, ask for clarity, which brings us to number 2. Reading. Between the lines. Sometimes we overanalyze what someone says, adding meaning that wasn't there. For instance, if a friend says we should hang out soon, you might think they're just saying that to be polite. But what if they genuinely mean it? Overthinking can sabotage connections. Now let's talk about number 3. Tone misinterpretation. The way something is said can completely change its meaning. A sarcastic comment might be taken seriously, or a neutral statement might sound harsh. If you're unsure about someone's tone, don't hesitate to ask, did you mean that the way it sounded? Fact number 4, ignoring context. Context matters. If someone snaps at you after a long day, it might not be about you at all. Consider the situation before jumping to conclusions. Fact number 5, projecting your feelings. When you're upset or stressed, it's easy to project those emotions onto others. For example, if you're feeling insecure, you might interpret a neutral comment as criticism. Take a step back and separate your feelings from the conversation. Fact number 6, focusing on the negative. It's human nature to focus on criticism, even when it's constructive. If someone gives you feedback, try to see it as an opportunity to grow rather than an attack. Fact number 7, assuming silence means agreement. Just because someone doesn't respond doesn't mean they agree. Silence can mean they're processing, unsure, or uncomfortable. Don't assume, ask for their thoughts. Fact number 8, overgeneralizing. Taking one comment and applying it to everything can escalate misunderstandings. For example, if your partner says, you never listen, it's likely not about every conversation. Avoid sweeping statements and focus on the specific issue. Fact number 9, ignoring nonverbal cues. Body language, facial expressions, and gestures can completely change the meaning of words. If someone says, I'm fine, but their arms are crossed, and they're avoiding eye contact, they might not be fine. Pay attention to nonverbal cues. And finally, fact number 10, not clarifying. If something is unclear, ask for clarification. It's better to ask a question than to make an assumption that could lead to conflict. So, which of these misinterpretation pitfalls have you experienced? Let me know in the comments below. If you've found ways to improve communication in your relationships, share your tips. It might help someone else. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more content on building stronger, healthier relationships. Misinterpretation might be common, but with a little awareness, you can avoid its pitfalls and strengthen your connections. See you next time.